Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be cooking lamb and butter bean stew, and I decided to do it live with you guys. I posted the ingredient recipes, so if you got the ingredients you can cook along with me. So let's start. This is my first live, so we'll see. I've got all the ingredients here with me, so what we're going to do is we're gonna lower the fire. Okay, and let me start getting the ingredients. So the first thing I want to do is cut the onion. And while this is getting hot, I don't want to put oil just yet, so I'll just wait until it gets hot and then I'll put the oil. So while we're doing that, we'll start cutting the onions. I hope who's ever watching is having a good day. Let me know if you've got any questions or anything. I'm happy to answer anything as well, okay? This is the sort of meal, whenever I have family around or anyone, I always have to have it. So delicious, so tasty. I'm doing it again as well on YouTube, so if you want to go back and watch it again, it'll be on my YouTube as well. Okay, so now what I'll do, just to be a bit precise with you guys, because normally if you're Middle Eastern you just have to eyeball everything, but we want around 1/4 cup of oil. I know it might sound like a lot of oil, but once you start cooking the onions and peppers, they sort of soak all the oils. I'm originally from Lebanon, but I live in the UK. Where about you? So you go, I'm cooking the onions at the moment. And we don't want to burn the onions, so we want to cook them nice and slow as well. Oh, hi. Where about from Lebanon you are? So now while we're cooking the onions, we need to get the sausages. I used M&S sausages. I could use the Lebanese sausages, but if you live in the UK, it could be a bit difficult to find them. So I decided to use sausages that you can just go to the shop and find. So this is the label. You can screenshot it, but it tastes absolutely amazing as well. Okay, so what I like to do is, these sausages are actually long. So what I normally like to do is to cut them in half or into quarters. So if you've got people around, you've got actually quite a few. Because if you just cook them like that, that's not enough. Especially if you have a lot of people around. So. I'm hoping to do more live every week. So next time I'll do another live, I'll update you guys so you can get the ingredients as well and cook along with me. I'm making recipes that are actually very easy to make. Okay, so here we go. We've got the onions cut and just before. So what we need to do is get rid of everything. I like to clean as I go, so clean everything, wash my hands and start. Sorry about the loud noise, but the onions are starting to soften now. In the meantime, what we need to do is get the peppers. I have got mixture of many different types of peppers as well. So just put them there. Let me know if you can't hear me. Honestly, this is one of the best things to eat. So tasty. Okay, so while are these cooking, we need, and there's still some water coming out of the pepper, I'm using 1 vegetable stock. The reason why I put it right now is because the water, as I said, coming out of the pepper, and it helps dissolve the vegetable stock as well. Also peppers, vegetable stock gives it a really nice flavor as well. Okay, so now we've got the sausages, we've got everything. What I want to do is drain the butter beans. The thing is about this is the butter beans are actually soft, so you don't really need to cook them for that long. What I like to do, I like to drain them and wash them at the same time because I don't like the water that comes off the butter beans. So if you like that, you can keep it, but I don't advise. So I'm going to drain them now. So after washing them, I'll just drain them and put them on the side and just keep mixing. This is the ideal 1-pot meal, so. The thing is, I would love to use the stove behind me, but it's very annoying and putting the camera there. I don't have enough space to do so. And for you to be able to see it, I said I'll probably use this. So while these are softening, we need to start putting the spices. I hope you all are having a good day. What's your plan for the weekend? Anything special? I'm planning on devouring this and maybe going for a coffee. So, we need cumin, around a teaspoon, 7 spice. If you don't have 7 spice, you can use allspice, it works as well. Around a teaspoon as well. And dry coriander, around a teaspoon. Okay? And make sure you mix. As I said, I'm filming this on YouTube, so you can always go back and find it. If you've got any questions as well, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer if I can actually see them, but I can't quite read for you. Okay. So now we need the garlic. Normally I ask my boyfriend to handle garlic because I have a rabbit and I absolutely love my rabbit. I can't stop touching my rabbit. And rabbits don't like garlic, but this time I'm gonna have to make sure I wash my hands properly before I touch them. As I said, you put the fire on low, so like this, you're not rushing, you're not burning anything, and everything is cooking well while you're getting other stuff prepped. I wanted to prep everything at the same time while I'm talking to you guys. It's just because if you decided to cook along with me next time, pretty much doing it together. Got water next to me in case I get dehydrated. And the good thing is about lamb sausages, you don't have to worry about overcooking them. There's a lot of fat in sausages, lamb sausages, that you can risk it a bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but they're getting a bit soft. Also, another good trick, if you want your peppers to be soft, so next time you're cooking something, just cut them and freeze them. As soon as you defrost them, they're soft, so you've got half the job already done. Hi Wendy, hope you're okay. So now, we're going to start with the garlic. Be careful with this if you've got one of them. I had a lot of lovely accidents before. So I've got the garlic. I'm using 4, so if you're not a big fan of garlic, it's okay. But my channel is called Extra Tune, which means extra garlic, so you're always gonna see me using crazy amount of garlic in my food. I wish you can put garlic in dessert. What do you think if you put garlic in dessert? How will it taste like? It's good. I mean, once you cook them, sometimes they get very soft and sweet, so yeah, maybe I'm overthinking this. Okay, and the thing is with garlic, you need to be very careful that your heat needs to be really low, because garlic can burn so easily. Okay, there you go. So now we'll give it a minute and then we'll put the sausages straight away. As I said, this meal is so easy, doesn't require a lot of hard work, and it's pretty much one pot meal. And you can have it with potatoes, you can have it with bread, Lebanese bread, sandwiches, really good. I've got my sausages here, I don't know if you can see them. So I don't want to cut any of my other vegetables because I still have a raw sausage here. So once I've put that, I clean this and then we'll start prepping the coriander and the other stuff. Let me know if I'm going too fast. This is my first time, so. Okay, so that's been a minute. As soon as you start seeing the garlic browning a bit, this is when you need to start putting all the lamb. So I've got my lamb here, my lamb sausages. Let me wash my hands and I'll be back. Okay. So I've got my lamb sausages in here. If you're not sure what lamb sausages I'm using, here we go again. I've got this one from M&S. Sorry if I'm being repetitive, but whoever joined and not seen this, you can find them in Morrison's. I didn't use the proper Lebanese sausages. It's just because I realized some people might find it hard to find them. But if you live in Manchester, you can go to Russia. If you live in London, you can go to Edgware Road. But this one works as well. You can use beef sausages as well. So here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this bit and then we'll start prepping our vegetables. Here we go, that's all clean, ready for the veggies. I'll be doing this every weekend. I'm planning on doing this every Sunday. I was going to do it every Saturday, but I didn't realize how many people will be interested to join. But I'll be doing this every Sunday, cooking live with you guys. So if you're interested, make sure you follow, because I'll be posting the recipe ingredients a day before, so you can prep everything and get it ready and we can cook together. So now, what we need to prepare first is the coriander. Chop the coriander because the coriander... We're going to give the lamb sausages around 4 to 5 minutes and then we'll add the butter beans. Okay, so you need this coriander. I'm using half of it. If you don't like coriander and coriander can taste a bit weird for you, you can add an extra teaspoon of dry coriander instead, okay? And if you don't like that, you can take it off, it's okay. No one's gonna judge you. So I've got my coriander ready. I just need to chop them. Here we go. So I've got this coriander right on the side. A little trick when you have your food and you just want to slide it. I know this could be dangerous and you need to be careful on this, but try to slide it this way, not that way, otherwise you ruin your knife. Just a little tip. Okay, but make sure you be careful when you touch this bit. You don't have to touch that, but you can just do that. Okay, so now everything is pretty much getting done. I'm going to put my butter beans. And because these butter beans are a bit dry, what you need to do is just a tiny bit of water. Tiny bit, not much. As you can tell, I've not added salt yet. That will go later on. Okay? We've got the vegetable stock at the moment, so it'll be fine. Okay, so now I'll leave them be for a bit, and then we'll jump into the tomatoes, peppers, no shame in reduce. I am a big believer on buying the reduced stuff, less waste. So whenever there's something reduced, especially with vegetables and stuff, I'll grab it. Sometimes I do that with coriander and I'll chop them and freeze them, because when you do a stew, just throw them in there. Okay, as I said, you also need half of the parsley. So with this, we're going to put them on the side because this is the garnish that we're going to be using at the end, okay? Well, I've got that apron here. So, sorry you can't see it. I'm hoping to get a real apron chef soon. You know, sometimes with aprons, it's like buying a jeans. Can't find the right fit. So when I wear an apron, if I put it all the way here, it can become too tight. So I choose just to get it here. So I want to clean my hands instead. Okay, so we've got the parsley. You can chop it however you like, fine to fine, it doesn't matter. And as I said, this is going to be the garnish at the end. I don't know if you can see what's going on in here. There's a lot of water coming out of the butter beans as well. So, and a lot of fat coming out of the lamb. And sorry if I'm repeating myself again, but as I said, put it on low, not too low, medium, so then you don't risk burning anything and everything cooks perfect. So, put my parsley here, and then we've got mint. Now with the mint, I'm not going to be cutting it now, I'll be cutting it right at the end, because with mint, if you cut it straight away now, it will go black. So you don't want that. So keep the mint right at the end. And it's a 5 seconds job, so you don't need to do it straight away. Now, tomato, you can have 2 tomatoes, 1 tomato, however much. We're using one with the butter beans and the other for garnishing. And you can just, for the stew, you can just roughly chop it. Now, a lot of people don't like this bit, but I don't do wasting. So just put it in there. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to do any harm. It's not going to change the flavor whatsoever. So don't waste anything if you can eat it. So here's the tomatoes. Now there's more juices going to come out of the tomatoes. And if you, as I said, if you've got any questions, just let me know. Now, we've got tomato paste. We need to use 1/4 of it. I've got one already in the fridge, so I'm going to be using that. But I just said I'll show you. I've got that one from Aldi, but you can use whatever company you like. There we go, that's mine. Because the next step, what we need to do is boil a bit of water and put it in. That will create like a thick sauce. So you need around 1 cup, trying to get you the cups. Do you like my cups? Very proud of my cup. Here we go. And now we need to get the fire just a tiny bit higher so it can boil. That will reduce, so don't worry about it. Once it reduces, this is when we'll add the salt, the paprika, and once it starts to caramelize, we'll add the pomegranate molasses. And the coriander right at the end. We don't want black coriander. Okay? I think I can take a bit more out of my thing. Can you see? It's slowly starting to thicken now. Okay, now we're going to cut the tomatoes for the garnishing. smelling really good as well. If you're cooking it at the same time, you'll know. I wanted to have this with bread, but now I changed my mind. I feel like having it with potatoes would be so good. But I know a lot of people will be like, oh, butterbeans and potatoes. Carbs and carbs are good. Let's just face it. It is good. It's not good for you, but Saturday. My mom loves to have pasta with bread, like Lebanese bread, and she put like spaghetti, and she'll have it. But it's not plain spaghetti, it'll be like with mincemeat and tomatoes and stuff. So delicious. Let me know, guys, what's your favorite carb on carb story. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the tomatoes on the side. Got two cameras here. I've got the YouTube one and I've got the TikTok one, and I keep forgetting to look at the YouTube one. So now, while we're still seeing everything's boiling, just lower it. Yeah, tiny bit. And then we need to put sweet paprika, around a teaspoon as well. If you like a bit of smokiness in it, just add smoked paprika. But I don't think it needs it. There you go. That's gonna look so red and so good. There we go. Everything's starting to come together now. We're nearly done, you know. Not long. Next time I do something like this, get the ingredients and we can cook together, so by the time you finish watching this, you've got a meal so you can enjoy. I was going to use my camera for YouTube, but still updating, so I have to use my boyfriend's phone, and you can only see half of me. So now we've got literally everything ready. Pomegranate molasses, if you're watching and you know, this is what it looks like. You can find it online. If you go on souschef.com, you'll find it on Sous Chef. But if you live in Manchester, Russian, you'll definitely find it in Russian. London. But if you don't know any Middle Eastern or Turkish or Arabic shops near you, it's okay. Online, souschef.com, you'll find it, and it's such a good sauce, or I don't know what you call it in English, but molasses. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, it's really good. I'll put it on YouTube so people can see it as well. I don't know if you can see it, it's all coming together, now we're getting thicker. It's very tasty. Look, I don't know if you can see it. The water is pretty much evaporated. So now, what we need to do is get the salt. I'm trying not to be too Middle Eastern, so as I said, if you're Middle Eastern, you'll pretty much eyeball everything, but we can't eyeball things when people are following recipes. So you need around half a teaspoon. There you go. And don't be shocked about the amount. We've got tomatoes, tomato paste, and we've got pomegranate molasses, and 3 of them are a bit sour. So you want salt to just kill a bit of the sourness that's coming from the tomato. Here we go. And then for pomegranate molasses, you don't need much. You just need a drizzle, like a quick one. Okay, because this stuff can be very sour. Here we go. Can you see? Just tiny drizzle. That's it. It's very dark, very, very nice stuff. I use it in my tabbouleh. So delicious with tabbouleh as well. Here we go, mix everything. Starting to get a tiny bit darker, and the sauce, let me try and show you how the sauce is looking like. It's becoming a very thick sauce, which is what we are looking for. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. There we go. It's a very thick sauce, very nice stuff. So now, at that stage, because I've done it that many times, I know what's gonna taste. But if you've not done this recipe before, taste as you go. Because you can think, oh, maybe it needs a bit of salt, tiny bit of cumin, oh, I like it a bit with extra coriander. So good. So I'm gonna put some pepper. I'm really enjoying this, guys. Are you enjoying this? If you've got any questions, just feel free to ask. Okay. So now, when everything is just together, we'll put the coriander. We only need 2 minutes on the coriander. That's it. And then it's ready to be served. Mix everything. Smells so good. And as soon as you start seeing the coriander getting soft, you'll turn the heat. Mine needed a bit of salt, but as I said, salt to taste. So depends on your liking. But now everything is coming together. Look. Oh, so good. I wish you guys could smell this. And as I said, how long have we been on live? We've been 34 minutes. It's done. This is the sort of food I'll be doing live. So if you want to join, make sure you follow. Okay, so now I'm going to leave it be for a bit while I clean this and get everything ready. So you can see me plate it, try it, and as I said, if I manage to save it on YouTube, you can go back and watch it. But if not, just watch the video and check my ingredients in my previous video and just do it. As I said, it's just so easy. And here we go. It's done. So now, let me try and show you. This plate is so heavy. So here we go. This is how it looks. Share on YouTube. It's the perfect one-pot meal. I got this from IKEA. 2 actually from IKEA. So let me put that here and take that and put it away. And you guys can see now what I am doing. So we've got parsley, got tomatoes, got mint. As I said, mint is till the end because we don't want black mint. I got this. I've got this from IKEA as well. Perfect for stuff like that. I'm only decorating it. If I was doing it for myself at home, I'll have it from the pot. We all know it's the best thing to do. But if you've got family or friends over, put it in one of these, put it in the middle. I promise you it's gonna stand out. If you can see it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is decorate it with some tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes are always nice. Some parsley. And now, because we're nearly done, we'll chop the mint. Having mint, parsley and tomatoes right at the end is just right, because you get this taste of freshness, because sometimes with lamb sausages it can be a bit too strong. There you go. Then you decorate it. Let me take everything so you guys can see. We'll clean as we go. And once you're cleaning as you go, you don't have to worry about everything later on. Okay, so here we go. Show it on YouTube. That is my Butterbeans and lamb starter with pomegranate molasses and some tomato. It smells incredible. Let's get a spoon and try it. Gonna be too hot, so we need to be careful. But let me show you why I said mint, leave the mint right till the end. Because look, it's only been a few seconds on the mint and it's already dark. So just leave it right till the end. This is good. This is good. That lamb sausage is from M&S. Sorry. Must buy. Having fresh mint, fresh parsley and fresh tomatoes with cooked peppers and lamb and everything just combines really well. And that was a good thing about Mediterranean cooking. You always get fresh herbs in everything you cook. You always have to have fresh herbs. As I said, if you don't like coriander, just add more coriander, dry coriander. If you're still not a big fan of dry coriander, that's fine. You can take it off. If you don't have 7 spice, you can use allspice. And yeah, we've been live for 40 minutes and the recipe is done, ready to be served. I hope you liked my first live. As I said, if you want to join me for the second one, I'll be doing another one next week and I'll be sharing the day before the ingredients that you need to get and prepare. I'll try and share the ingredients earlier so you can go to the shop and buy the ingredients and we can cook together, hopefully. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye.